So, how are you, my dear viewer? My name is Mwangi Mwaniki, and this is Mind and Mike podcast. And today we are going to discuss matters election together with the influence of the Gen Zs and the use they are using and the means that they are using to communicate and also influence our campaign. So that is basically the topic that we are going to discuss. I've not gone into detail yet. I've not introduced it. First, I'm going to introduce the guests we are having and the co-host. She's going to first introduce herself and then we go to the guest. Welcome.
Hello viewers, my name is Stacy Chow. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, share, comment and like.
So we're going to start with my right. He's going to introduce himself, then we go to the left. He introduces himself and then we can continue with the topic. Welcome.
Yes, I'm Maina Boy, and welcome. I take this opportunity to thank you all for this invitation. I'm grateful, and we are going to inform the public how the state needs and also the stages that are involved.
Okay, thank you, Maina. Then we can go to our next guest.
I'm Andrew Boya, and I'm so grateful to be a part of you today. So I'll be able to answer each and every question which will ask today, and I'll give good answers. Hope.
Thank you so much, Andrew and Maina. We are going to start with our questions, but before that, we are going to state the topic, and the topic is the influence of social media and the effect that is going to have on registration of voters and also the voting day and the campaigning and also the criteria that the youth are going to use when they are electing their leaders. So today we are going basically to first understand, is the fire that Gen Z started Minor still on?
Yeah, I can say. Thank you. I can still say the fire that it was started is still running out.
So that is Minor. We can have Andrew.
Yeah, I second him.
Okay, thank you. So we go to the questions, and my first question is going to be, how will the youth, and basically this is a Gen Z, use their social media to influence, campaign, and influence their counterparts to register as voters? And you have in mind that we have people who come from remote areas. How are you going to make sure that maybe some of them do not have smartphones, they cannot access the internet? So how are you going to make that you influence them to vote or to also register, not only to vote, but also to register as voters?
Okay, thank you. I can say one thing in this social media platform each and every day. If you have a co-assistance or a neighbor there, you see more of talk, more of posting, more of all the information that is recorded there or posted there. The neighbor, maybe a child there or a Gen Z there, is going to influence those public that who are in there, mostly in the remote areas. Then maybe they are going to just usher in those people and tell them that we need, like, for example, we need like our Kalonzo. Is for example, we need like Kalonzo. So majority of people just going to hear from the village, Kalonzo the best, Kalonzo the best. But you also get some information. Most of the people, they don't need Kalonzo. Maybe they need our Rigiji or this man of one term. So maybe that information will trigger their mind, and also they know how to handle that case. So I think the social media will have an headache of influencing people, but mostly the idea comes from the people. You see, if today I see you being posted that you need a seat, maybe for the MP for maybe Kiabu or another place, I will try to know more about you. You see, so it depends with how the people are reacting from the social media and also how they are revealing that information to the society.
Okay, Andrew, how do you think that you as Gen Zs are going to use social media platforms to make sure that you encourage the youth to come out and register as voters, and it will not end there? That is not the end of the process of elections. How are you going to make sure that you have looped the Gen Zs into the system of registering as voters and making sure that they also wake up during 2027 elections?
Okay, good question first I'd like to start. Every Gen Z right now remembers what happened last year, even this year. There were some chaos. The country was running up and down. There was no even peace in the country. Why? Because of this awkward government. So, to the social media, the Gen Zs are very active, in fact, to ensure that they encourage each other about how they will come up with a good government, with a government which will listen to them, with a government they will cry on and hear them. So they are discussing how now they will bring back a good government, good people, leaders who will listen to them actually. So through the social media, they are encouraging each other. They are coming up with a list of people. They are discussing the things which the government have not done, things which the government have messed up with, and they are doing it because they don't want to repeat the same mistake they did. Even again, the Gen Zs they already know the type of government they want. Good government, people who are very true, people who are submissive, people who listen to their needs. So I can see Gen Zs, they are playing a very good part when it comes to social media, even for those who are in remote areas. They are doing the same because I think the social media is all over, and they saw what happened all over the country. They saw what was going on, and even from their own locals, they can detect what their leaders have done. They can say this leader has done this leader has gone to this far, and they can say whether this leader is capable of leading them come to 27. Yeah, so I can say they are ready, by the way.
Okay. So we go to the second question, or you had a point?
Yes, I can second his point. Let's talk about the honesty. You see, how people are relying today, they need the honesty.
Yeah.
So without honesty part, I think as a leader, you are not going somewhere, because you cannot be honest and you are honest, and yet what you are doing to us is maybe an honest thing. So you must be a honest leader. For us, like Gen Z, we trust on you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So Stacy is going to take the second question so that you can move forward.
Do you have any aim of coming up with a youth leader?
The aim, maybe we are from on my side, maybe we settle down first of all, but the idea is there. But we must sit down and do a research. Yeah, I've said that honesty is the one that is bringing the Gen Z to a level that we can trust someone.
What about Andrew? Like now you have the idea of coming up with the youth leaders. So what criteria will you use to come up with good leaders?
First of all, we can use, like, for example, there are some Gen Zs who are already in the government, who are working alongside those leaders. Maybe we can do a certain, we can see whether they have done something which is commendable while they were in the government, so that we can engage from them because they have that experience. They have been in the government. They have seen how the government works. They have experienced that within that span of time, years, the way they have been working with the government. So according to me, we can come in with an criteria. First, we can engage with those from the government, people, Gen Zs who are from the government, so that they can lead us and come up with something. We can add up as something which is good, which people will look at and say, yes, we can move on with that thing.
And Tumaina, do you have any idea of coming up with a group, like a group that will engage the youth and come up with one leader who will lead you as youth only.
Thank you. I think that's the thing that is in our mind today, because recently we have seen how the people did to the Kaluma guy. So that's the forward way that we can pick maybe from you. We can pick you, Stacy, as the host, maybe to be our leader somewhere. But what is needed, I've said also, and I will continue to repeat, the honesty is needed there. But we have that an idea of coming up and choosing a better leader. So for the continuing perspective of year.
So you have come up with this issue of Kaluma, and that comes to or brings me to that question of what about the willingness and readiness of whoever you want to, whoever that you will choose, that this is going to be our leader, this is the person that we want to be our MP, senator, or governor. So how are you going to make sure that if this person, or are you having a plan B if plan A fails? Because we had Kaluma and there were suggestions that he should run for the member of county assembly in his ward. So what are you going to do? And this is also a question that I want Andrew to also look at. About the readiness and willingness. What about if that person is not willing? What are you going to do?
You see, in each and every we call it maybe a balloting part. We must have the two things. One is willing, and the other one is unwilling. If I can go with the second one, which which is unwilling to be, maybe to participate there, I can say we will sort out the way we can have the plan B. Because you see, we may be failed in the plan A because maybe that guy, he or she doesn't need that proposition part. So we can squeeze ourselves and know we have a guy from maybe he or she is working in a parliamentary part of that. Maybe he is in a government sector there. So we can choose him or her to be our coordinator somewhere.
Okay, what about you, Andrew? What do you think?
I think it is something which must be looked at from the point of view, because let's say, for example, like that Kaluma boy, maybe he was told to do so because people saw how he sat down and he was able to bring different people from the different parts of the country. And again, people saw how the Kaluma boy attracted the population, how he spoke, and he was able to trigger many people. So, and he brought them together. So what I can say, if the person is willing, he can proceed or she can proceed, but you must be ready for, first of all, to prove to us you are willing and you are capable of that. We have to see your engagement, how your mind is able to engage with the different people, how you can move on, you can bring people together and speak something which is of quality, which people want to hear. You can be willing, but according to us, we are not seeing any leadership in you. Why? Because you have no vision, you have no anything which we can say, yes, you are a good leader and you can proceed and become a governor or whatever. So I can say, if person is willing and he or she sees himself or herself that is capable of doing this and that, he can as well go on.
So according to you, you first have to prove.
You have first to prove to us, because we cannot take the same people who have been in the government, who have been doing nothing, who have been just taking all the things from us back to the government. No, we can't risk it again, and we can't repeat ourselves again with that mess. So first prove to us that you're capable of doing things and that. Show us some works which you have been doing. Show us you have doing this and that. Show us you have many things. We have just gather everything which we can see. We can say so and so can vie for this and that, because we want to take our country very far and forward.
Talking about that, do you think age matters?
Yeah, it matters. According to me, it matters because it matters in different ways. You want to become an MP, and you are below, let's say, 20 years or 22 years. That we can't trust you with that seat. Why? You are funding a lot of money. You are moving with the big cars, and very soon you'll be taken away with maybe women, laxity, you see. So age matters. You can as well look for another seat. Maybe if you want to begin your career as a politician, you want to begin your career as a leader, just look for a seat which matches with your age. Yeah, I won't say age is very bad, but you can't go far away and your age is below 25 and you want to become a governor. How? It won't happen because you are very young. Maybe you have no any family. We want someone who has begun to lead from the family side. Yeah, so you can't be, yeah, age matters in short.
What about minor?
I can say this side of age, number one, I second his point. Age matters, and we always see, you can't become a president. Just allow me to touch that part. You can't just come utoke to, you just come from there, then you are just like, I want to be a president. No, we must consider the age, because age matters. But on this part of MCA, I think that the age, you can trickle yourself in 25, 26 there and above. But the other thing that we must consider is the experience of that person. Maybe he or she did an engineering part, and maybe part of law, part of governing the people, part of taking the society in a positive way, he or she doesn't have. So age matters. So that's the idea that I have, that age matters.
Thank you. You actually even tackled a question that I wanted to ask. What about even experience? But you have tackled it well. So the other question is, Gen Zs have brought out the politics of we do not have a tribe. Are we going to be able to maintain, or the politicians are going to incite us to go back to the old ways, the old politics of the tribal politics?
I can say this. During our nation, Daily Nation today, Taifa Leo, People Daily, if you can just have a watch each and every day, like from on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the first page, it was just talking about the three prominent people. That is Uhuru, Rigathi, and also the Kalonzo part of it. But they also touch about our president. I can say this stages of saying that the tribe will never end. So it is us, like Gen Zs, we know how to handle this case of tribalism each and every day. Because if today I elect Kalonzo, and maybe how I know him, the other part of, maybe the part of Kilifi, the part of Nyamira, Nyanza, those people, those areas, they don't know Kalonzo how he is. But if you come to Machakos County, Ad River, Kajiado, those areas, maybe they know Kalonzo as a good guy. You see, but when you go to the Mount Kenya, we know Uhuru, you know Rigiji, so it will have an influence, impactful influence, but also in that case, it will bring a positive and a negative part of Gen Zs, because we are seeing each and every day, tribal is the one that is in the key today, because utapata, you are going to get Rigiji talking this side, Kalonzo talking on this side, Ruto talking on this side, and you wonder why. So tribalism, I think the government is the one that is taking it into a higher level, apart from us.
What is the criteria that you will use to do about with the suits?
What I can say is, in the government we have different parties, and those leaders, they usually is like it is a culture of this country where leader usually appoints the people who supported him or her, or the people who are in his or her party. So it is something which is, to me, it is somewhat awkward, because maybe everyone should have should be free to enter any party he or she wants, or should be free to govern from any party or from any leader. So I don't think it is a good thing, because leaders mostly usually choose people from their party, and maybe they end up messing. Instead of choosing from different parties, they bring together different minds and they create one thing which people will look at and say yes. But when you choose from one party, and you end up spoiling everything in the government, and you end up doing nothing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. But I also have one last question. This is about the voter turnout. Today in the news I heard that the number in one of the counties, we had I think 16 of them, the people who have registered. And I understand the Gen Zs, and particularly the youth, are the ones that should accept this call to go and register as voters. Do you think they should be encouraged more and more that we can only achieve change in this country if we register as voters and go out to vote?
Absolutely. Gen Zs are very sharp-minded. They are people who are very confident in them. They are very confident, let me say that, because when it comes in terms of looking for their leaders, maybe in that example from the county, maybe they have not seen someone who can come out and lead them. Maybe they have sat down and seen that they lack a leader, and they don't want to bring back the same leader who was there, who just did nothing for those 5 years, who just spoiled everything in that region. So I can say maybe they have not yet discovered their leader, or they are just waiting for something of which it is not good, because we have to register as voters so that we can bring change, so that we can show others and we can prove them wrong, that we can come out in large numbers to register as voters and change this government. So maybe they have not seen any leader who can lead them for the next 5 years, or maybe they have just ignored. Yeah, Gen Zs are very good in ignoring very, 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 very good things. So maybe they are just waiting for a leader to come out and show up to them that he or she is capable of leading them in a right way. He or she is capable of taking them for another 5 good years and do something which is commendable to their county.
What if this person who is the right person to elect doesn't come out? Will they have to wait again, and we'll see them again in 2028, 2029 going for demonstrations because they didn't come out to register as voters, and they didn't vote because they didn't get the right person? Is that the way to approach it?
Okay, I won't say yes, but according to me, Gen Zs, if they lack a leader, first of all, they won't come out to vote. That's sure. I'm sure about that. And if they come out, they will not bring back the same leader. They will just look for a leader who will lead them for that 5 or let's say 3 years, because they can as well do any change. They can decide this leader has just done nothing for these 2 to 3 years, and they can just file for something, or they can just go to court. But the thing of doing protest in 2028 or 2029, I won't think it it is something which will benefit them, because they have time to register as voters. They have time to look for a leader who will lead them fairly, who will listen to them, and just doing protest, I don't think that thing will assist them. So let them look for a leader, let them look for someone who will lead them fairly, who will listen to them, who will take their problems and solve them. Yeah, so protest won't assist anywhere.
Okay, Maina, low voter registration turnout. What do you think about it?
I can say just in a few. On that part, I can say the lot of voters, it depends with the people how they just coordinate themselves. Because one thing you may find that many of the people they don't want to rise up very early in the morning and just go and submit who they wish to be presented to. So that on that side of our voters, the number probably will be low or at most. I can say that at most or at low. But at the other side, that we can say, if you don't vote, you are putting yourself in trouble, and also the one who voted, you are putting him or her into trouble. So I cannot say for this time that the number will increase, decrease, or remain that. But on a good positive side, that number will be also at a low point.
Okay. Thank you for having you, Maina Wambui and Andrew Mboya. That has been it for Mind and Mike podcast this week. We are going to meet next week for very captivating topics and also podcast content. So don't you fail to engage with us, subscribe, like and share to everyone, and comment, leave your thoughts with us, and also tell us what do you think about the social media influence on the elections 2027. My name is Mwangi Mwaneki,
My name is Stacy Chao.
and let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.